Yo, what's happening, folks? It's your boy out here, DJ Bob, again coming to you with another video. I just wanted to address some of my Mexican brothers. They're the only ones that I've been hearing about that's been complaining about black folks, so-called black people, who they say, they don't need no help from, right? Because we can't help ourselves, is what he said. And he said that all you black people talking about Mexicans and this and that, how we complaining and stuff like that about the Mexicans and whatnot coming over here. Bro, for all of y'all out there who are confused and who don't know who they are, y'all jokers is in the same position that we've been in over here fighting and people telling us to go back to Africa. And we can't go back to Africa because all of us didn't come from Africa. All of us were here. The ones who don't have African status over here, and the so-called African Americans, we've always been here. We've always been in North, South, Central, Canada. We've always been here. So, for your information, my Mexican brothers and sisters, the so-called black man is your daddy and your mama. Remember that. You can look it up anywhere you want to look it up, and you see in your own museums in Mexico, you see in the museums and stuff, right? All of them brown-skinned people that look like me, the Olmecs, the Incas, the Mayans, right? The Arawak, all these different tribes, nations or people have been in the Americas for thousands of years, right? You call yourselves Mexicans. Why? Because you're from Mexico, right? Come on. What was your ancestors calling themselves before they started identifying with a landmass? I bet you don't even know. I bet you half of y'all don't even know what your ancestors was calling themselves before the Europeans colonized them and put puppets in there that look just like you, sellouts, right? Who would rather you go illegally to another country, right? And take the risk of being humiliated, locked up in prison, right? Just so you could get money to bring back to them to help their economy. Now I say, look, I ain't got no issue with none of my so-called Hispanics, brothers and sisters. I got two brothers that's Puerto Rican, half Puerto Rican, Puerto Blackies, Leo and Jameen. Those are my brothers. They speak Spanish, you understand? My stepfather speaks Spanish. My stepfather and I, we get along fine. I get along with all his family. You know what I mean? We all family, man. La familia. Mi familia. I've had a business of my own, painting and home improvement type of thing there, that I was doing back in the mid 90s. That I had a lot of I had about 5 or 6 Mexican guys working for me at one time. and I have my brothers working for me. For y'all who say that we can't get along, we can't work together, y'all jokers is out of your mind, man. You really don't even know what you're talking about. You're mad because, Donald Trump came into office and told you that y'all was going to take your asses back to where you came from and come here the right way. I didn't say that, okay? I didn't complain when y'all was here. I don't complain when you here. I don't care. There's room for everybody. In the Bible, since y'all Christians, right, you know that it says that God said, go forth, be fruitful, be many, and inhabit the earth. Why would I go against what God said? I don't own anything here. I don't own anything, yet I own everything. Same with you. We don't own nothing. There was a lot of so-called black people who spoke up for Mexicans this time around coming over into this country, right? There's a lot of us. And again, we have always had a respect for one another. Mexicans and blacks, we've always had some type of relationship. For thousands of years before, the Europeans come in again and colonize y'all, right? And teach you that caste system where you think that light skin, that pale skin of yours, all of y'all who got that pale skin that think you're white, right? He convinced you that pale skin was good and that brown skin was evil, right? But when you look back in history, let's go here, right? When you look back in history, right, you see that all of the so-called spiritual beings, the Jesuses and the other gods and stuff like that you had in your museums, right? They look like me, huh? Go look at them Olmecs, right? Look at them Aztecs, the Mayans. Look at them in the museums, in the monuments themselves that they built. I don't know exactly where it is, but there is documentation of the early Taino people, the so-called Mexicans who came into Mexico after those pyramids and all of that stuff was built over there. And these people will tell you that the original people that was in there look like me. Those are the ones that y'all try to hide. Y'all always try to hide the dark-skinned ones and stuff. Yo, how much you weigh, bruh?
Like 180.
And you gonna stand on top of that boy like that? Crush his ribs or whatever? I weigh 275. Let me see if I can stand on top of you. See? You wouldn't like that, see? And so I know y'all just playing and stuff like that, but just be careful. I don't want to see one of y'all get hurt. We need all of y'all, brother. All right. Take care, fellas. All right. Good to see you playing ball, too. Yep. Yeah, so, the fact of the matter is that at one time, the whole freaking world was melanated people. My Mexican brothers and my Mexican sisters. There's a brother from Costa Rica named Corey Mayo. Corey Mayo. You can find him on YouTube, right? He's from Costa Rica, like I said. Pale skinned brother and everything like that, right? But he talks all of this stuff, man. He does all of the research and whatnot. I follow this brother because he opened my eyes to a lot of things, you see. See, I always knew there was something wrong with what they was telling us about history. You know what I mean? And And this new age now, this age of information, this age of Aquarius that we in right now, right? The truth is being revealed. So don't fight the truth. And stop being scary. The so-called black man is not your enemy, brother. We ain't doing nothing to you. I ain't building no wall. I didn't say that, right? I didn't say nothing about deporting some of y'all. But I will say this. I would just like to know any of y'all out there who listen and hear what I have to say. I appreciate you. But I would just like to know, would it be okay if I went down to the Mexican border and snuck across the Mexican border, which you know ain't gonna happen? They're not gonna let my black ass come across that freaking border without showing some documents. They're not gonna give me no food stamps. They're not gonna give me no housing. They're not gonna give me no work permit. They're not gonna give me none of that stuff if I don't show any documents. So my question is, why do you think that you supposed to be allowed to go into another country with no documents? And even if you got documents, you're not going through the proper channels. You're just coming over here and taking shit from other people, bro. Right? Like, and y'all sit over there in Mexico, that Vicente Fox fucking faggot ass mother, allegedly, this dude said that so-called black people, that the Mexican people were good people, hardworking people. I see that every day. And I've always been one to say, look, when I used to go to work for Coca-Cola, Frito-Lay, I used to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning and see my Mexican brothers out there on their way to work. Hey, I know you people work hard. I love that you people work hard. It's good that you people work hard and see you start your own business, get your own cars and get your houses and everything like that. It's good. It's good. You know, but still the fact remains, though, most of those people that came in here, like in 2000, I recognized and saw that there was a flood of y'all that was coming over here. That was the first wave, I guess, because 25 years later, the same thing is happening again, but this time we got all kind of crime and whatnot going on. Before in 2000, y'all wasn't coming over. The people that came over here then, I don't remember hearing too much about no rapes and nobody taking over no apartment. But imagine if we go over, a bunch of black folks go over to Mexico and go over there and take over some apartment buildings and stuff like that. What y'all gonna do? You ain't gonna just sit around and think that's okay? Come on. Even my Hispanic brothers and sisters that are born here, that were always here, that are citizens of, born here, because Puerto Rico is part of the United States, so they citizens from the top. You know what I'm saying? And all of the other people that come over here the right way and stuff, you know that you will be in just as much danger as anybody else if you got people running around over here undocumented. So let's get off that white and black stuff, man. Y'all, you know what? Y'all is niggas. Okay? Y'all niggas. That's why you got serpent gods over there. Those are the niggas. That you worship brown-skinned people. Your ancestors was brown-skinned people. Come on, man. Y'all want to forget about them. This is why you confused. This is why you angry. Because you don't even know who your ancestors are. You see? If you talk to abuela and abuelo, right, and they ain't into that casting stuff that's been put upon all of us people of color, where the lighter you are, the more privilege and stuff like that you think you're entitled to. No. No. The custodians of this land, this continent, has been people that look like me. And for your information, for your boy, going back to Vicente Fox, who talk about how the Mexican people are hardworking people. Oh, they do the work that even the blacks won't do. Yo, for your information, Mr. Fox, the blacks did the work that nobody else wanted to do in this country and built it from the bottom up. All of these monuments and stuff like that all over America, these ancient monuments, 1600s, 1500s, 1400s, 17, 1800s, was built by people that look like me. Y'all came in, the Europeans came in here and confiscated all that stuff and turned it into colleges, dormitories, all these ancient we built this stuff, man. We built it. Right, we built it. Now look it up. Go and do some research and stop pointing the finger. Stop jumping on the bandwagon. That's why they want to send your ass right back across the border. And then you want to get mad at me. You should be getting mad at them. You should be getting mad at Trump. Don't get mad at me. I ain't got nothing to do with that, bro. For all you so-called Hispanics, and we're going to get into that right now. Let's go into that right now. Right? Black people, white people, Hispanics, Asians, right? What are those names? Are those ancient names? Are those the names that our ancestors called themselves? Or were those Indians? Are those just title, Native American? Are all those just titles that were given to people under the color of law, which means fake law, right? We went from being Indians in 1492 to Africans, right? To slaves, to Negro, to coloreds, to black, to African American, Afro American. Come on, man. If you dumb enough to accept the title, right, which again takes away your identity, takes away your title to the land, disposes of your ancestral title to the land, right? And you take the title Hispanic, Puerto Rican, Mexican, Cuban. Why are they called Cubans? Because they're from Cuba. Why are they called Puerto Ricans? Because they're from Puerto Rico. What did your ancestors call themselves is my question. And who told them that they weren't what they was calling themselves? You see, in order for you to manipulate people and stuff like that, right, you have to feed them information, drain the information from them that they have, and then reprogram them with information that suits your purpose, which is to divide and conquer. Because when you go back and look again in these ancient lands and stuff like that, right, when Mansa Musa was running over here, you understand? And when Hannibal was running over there in the Alps in Italy, you see that there was these brown-skinned people that was doing all this to Moors over in Spain. Moors. Why you think in Maleficent, the movie Maleficent, they was called Moors? Why you think in all of these movies of that time, King Richard and the Knights Templar, man, look, all of these things were built by black people, so-called black people, Moors, Indians. Not none of these so-called Arabs. They didn't do shit. Even in Egypt, they're not the original people in these lands. They were given that land. They were protected by people who were trying to discredit black people, so-called black people, from their heritage. This is all facts, man. Y'all ought to know this. This is the age of information. Y'all need to wake up. All my so-called Mexican brothers, look here. I ain't got nothing but love and respect for y'all, man. My Dominican brothers, I got nothing but love and respect. My Brazilian brothers, I got nothing but love and respect. Y'all been in the battle and fighting just like we've been. Our countries have been dismantled and discombobulated by the same people over and over and over again. And y'all want to fight with us, right? Your grandparents. The original people. That pale skin don't entitle you to nothing, as you can see. Don't entitle you to nothing. And they talk about how, the jobs and whatnot, right? Like, man, look, like I said before, I'm an auto mechanic. I'm a plumber. I'm an electrician. I'm a carpenter, right? I'm a roofer, okay? I got many titles. I got all the tools to do every one of them jobs if I need it. And if I don't, I can know where to go get it. I know what to do when I get it. Cabinet maker. You know what I'm saying? I do demolition, tear it down and build it back up. Y'all ain't doing nothing that we wasn't doing before you got here. What you did was you came here and worked cheaper for somebody, and so they gave you the job. But you were smart, though. You learned the job, and then you started building your own businesses. But as of today, February the 1st, I rode around and stuff like that, and I see there's a scarcity of y'all around here. So y'all like roaches. They done turned on the light, and y'all go hiding and whatnot, right? And get ready to be shipped back across the border, and then come back over here the right way. That's all. The man ain't say y'all couldn't come. He said he want the best people to come. They know they need labor, right? Because they done locked all the young black dudes. They done locked them all up. See, they created the gangbanging. There's several videos y'all can go watch, right? Several videos where one they can tell you how the system has been set up to destroy the so-called black man and the black woman. Number one. Number two, right? How the system has been set up to control the population of the blacks as well as the Hispanics. You see? But y'all stupid. See? You go in there and take them vaccines, let them give them vaccines to your babies. You go in there and whatever that man tell you, you take it as he's trying to look out for your best interest when they ain't doing nothing but trying to kill you. Just like they doing us. Right? It's as many of y'all that's dying as we are. Young people and stuff like that out here in gangs and on drugs because for every one of y'all that I see working and stuff like that, I see a bunch of y'all out here standing on the doggone corner looking for work and standing around doing nothing, drinking liquor and everything else. You know what I'm saying? Just like us. A lot of us over here doing the same thing. And especially y'all jokers that's in the cities and stuff and can't find no work, you fall right into the same trap. So don't ever think that you above a black person, because you're not. And a black person is not above you. The only thing is that we have been hoodwinked, bamboozled, and run amok just like y'all have. Because if we weren't, we would know that we are cousins. Right? Cousins. We've always had good relationships until they come in with that divide and conquer theory method that makes you think you better than me because he giving you a job. And now you're going to go in there and kiss his ass. It's like these superintendent and maintenance people over here. You know what I'm saying? This man is ruthless. See? Most of y'all think that it's just, these so-called white people that's oppressing. It's another joker behind the scenes and whatnot that's actually running, crap over here and around the world because they got the money. You see, the United States send them billions and billions and billions of dollars a year. Right? And they done went and took over land and then went to war with three other countries and whatnot. Ain't nobody done nothing. And the reason ain't nobody done nothing because they control them too. So they the ones that tell these jokers what to do. It ain't us. It ain't your black brothers and sisters. You can bet on that. Right? So y'all need to wake up and stop talking stupid. And if you don't have a black friend, get one. Maybe then Joe could be willing to help you or teach you something or tell you something like I've always done. I'm not going to tell you how to break the law. I'm not going to help you hide. I'm not going to do none of that because then I get in trouble. But as far as how to get around and do the right thing, when us working together and being friends and all of that type of stuff, I ain't got no issues with that, man. I ain't got no problem with nobody. Matter of fact, I don't even hear nobody that I know that talks bad about Mexican people at all. The jokers that y'all heard talking, they wasn't even talking about Mexican people because it wasn't the Mexican people that was taking over the hotels, was it? It wasn't the Mexican people that was raping the girls, was it? It wasn't the Mexican people that was taking over the apartment complexes, was it? So why you feel because Trump coming after your ass, you want to start talking about how you don't need black people? Because you got support of you named everybody but the Dominicans, the Cubans, the Puerto Ricans. You named everybody but them. Honduras, El Salvador, Venezuela. You named all of those countries that's over there in South America that you was talking about would back you up. But you didn't name the Puerto Rican, the Dominicans, and the Cubans because you got issues with them. Right? Because you come over here and you're taking their job. Right? You ain't talking no shit to them. You want to talk about black. Right? See, y'all think we at the bottom and stuff, but we really on top because we done been through all this shit already. You understand? We go through this shit every day, and not one of y'all run over there. As a matter of fact, I'm not even gonna say that because I remember that there was a Black Lives Matter march or something like that, and I don't support that either. That was in over here in the town next to me, and there was a lot of Mexican young people that was out there because they understand. First of all, they live around us. Excuse me. They know they see what we go through. They go through the same thing. I know a couple of y'all done been pulled over by the police and treated like shit. And instead of you coming to me and talking to me about that and let me help you how to go about the process of getting remedy for being abused, no, you want to talk shit, bro. You want to talk shit. I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? The people who, if we had a problem, then we wouldn't even let y'all in our neighborhood. Like, we let y'all come in. But when they start closing down schools and closing down places where people have recreational centers and stuff where our kids need to go to help them out with their education or to get a little extra help for school and stuff like that. They start closing these facilities to give to y'all to come over here. That's not fair. What none of y'all hollering about that? Well, we ain't gonna do this to those people. They need this for their kids. You wasn't worrying about them. When they was giving you food stamps, listen, don't tell me about what black people do how we on welfare. Y'all, you Mexican men, a lot of y'all Hispanic men who came over here and who come over here, you go out and get a job while your woman is at home having babies and getting food stamps, Medicaid, and your ass is getting it too. You're working under the table and you're getting paid. And then you're going out and buying cars. You're going out and building credit, right? Because somebody's teaching you that. Is okay. But you're robbing the system and you're taking it away from me and my family. Is that fair? What would you say about that if I came to Mexico and did that? And I'm talking to mainly, our Mexican brothers and sisters that already know that a lot of them don't like black folks, and they don't even know why. They've been brainwashed over there in Mexico. Then you want to come over here and come in my neighborhood and pop that shit. Bro, you can go back to Mexico because we don't need you over here, man. We don't need you. I'm 63 years old, okay? I've done every damn job that any of y'all do. And I've taught my sons to do the same type of work, right? Because you got to be self-sufficient, be able to do for self. I ain't got no problem with y'all. Y'all got the problem. And the problem is that pale skin. That pale skin, you see, it gives you some type of superior feeling, okay? When in reality, if you look at the definition, the old definition of black was associated with white, right? Mr. Putin even said that these old black people over here, he laughed and said that, the blacks is calling themselves, they calling themselves black over there, when at one time the word black referred to white people, to so-called white people, because they ain't even white. Look up Bacon's Rebellion. Look it up and see when they started using the word white to describe those people. Those people who are French, German, Slav from Russia, Germany, Poland, Netherlands, all of these so-called white people who don't even call themselves white. They refer to themselves as being Swedes or Russians. They don't call themselves white because that's nothing but a status. Look it up. It's a status, right? And white, they look at white as being the highest status. So you think because you got that pale skin, right, that you're a so-called white person. Now, I'm going to show you something, right? You see this jacket that I got on here, right? This is white, right? That's white. Now, y'all look more like this. Palm face people. That's what I call y'all. Palm face people. You see? And the steering wheel on my car and the interior of my car, as a matter of fact, is black. Right? You see that? Black. Now, look at my skin. This beautiful brown melanated skin. Look at that. That's beautiful. I might not be the most handsomest guy in the world and stuff, but that skin of mine protects me against the sun. That skin of mine protects me against a lot of the elements that y'all jokers be dying from. See? You see? So, and then if I'm the first man on the planet and God created man in his own image, then I would be in the image of God. And what would you be? Right? I mean, we want to get like technical about beauty and all that, right? Because see, a lot of y'all that's pale and stuff like that, you got to make that up, man, to make that look good. This right here, look at that. That's just natural. That's just natural good looking. Natural. But again, I just want to say that I ain't got no beef, man, with no Mexicans. I love y'all. I ain't got no beef with my Venezuelan brothers. I ain't got no beef with my Cuban brothers, my Dominican brothers. All y'all got issues. A lot of y'all got issues, man. But, you got to get over that, man, because your grandparents and stuff like that, your great, 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 I guarantee if you go back 4 or 5 generations, okay, of grandmama and granddaddy, they look just like me. Okay? So y'all need to wake up, man. All right? We need to make America great, with all of us. Palm-faced people, white people, black people, Asians, we look here. We only got one freaking planet that we live on here, man. There's plenty of space for everybody to have their own property, their own land. Everybody, look here, I know, man, everybody wants to be able to have life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. I know it. I would never, ever, ever not wish for everybody to have that. But it's just a way you got to go about doing things, man. Even me, I got to obey the law. I got to follow, the law. Okay. Now, there's a lot of different things. There's codes and ordinances and that type of stuff like that. Fake law. You understand? But you have to learn the law in order to fight the law. Fight for your rights because you got rights. You see? So I just wanted to say, man, look, love, respect. I hope nobody don't take this personal and stuff like that. If I said anything to anybody to make you feel some type of way, get over it. Because it ain't nothing but love. If you see me anywhere, anything like that, you see I'm one of the most caring, loving, and giving person on the planet. And so is my family. All my family, brothers, sisters, my mom, my aunts, my cousins, everybody. We just want to live and have a good time like everybody else, man. Y'all got to stop pointing the finger at black folks and try to beat us down, man, because the further you beat us down, we just spring root and come back. All right, with that, I'm going to say peace, love, and take care of yourselves out there. Peace.